Good day everyone, I am Catherine Quilinguen, a third-year student of Bachelor of Elementary Education. In this video, I will discuss the structure in schools of Unit 4, the Teacher as School Culture Catalyst. At this unit, here are the learning objectives. Structure in schools. Classical Weberian bureaucracy. Weber's model for bureaucracy. First, what is bureaucracy? Bureaucracy refers to a specialized system and process of maintaining uniformity or authority within an organization. Bureaucratic processes are most common in large organizations and government. In its ideal form, bureaucracy is impersonal and rational and based on rules rather than ties of kinship, friendship, or patrimonial or charismatic authority. Bureaucratic organization can be found in both public and private institutions. Weberian bureaucracy was a term coined by Max Weber, a notable German sociologist, political economist, and administrative scholar who contributed to the study of bureaucracy, administrative discourses, and literature during the mid-1800s and early 1900s. According to him, bureaucracy is the most efficient form of organization. The organization has a well-defined line of authority, it has clear rules and regulations which are strictly followed. Weber listed the following as preconditions for the emergence of bureaucracy. First is the growth in size and density of the population being administered. Then, the growth in complexity of the administrative tasks being carried out, and the existence of a monetary economy requiring a more efficient administrative system. Weber's ideal bureaucracy is characterized by the following: hierarchical organization, delineated lines of authority with fixed areas of activity, action taken on the basis of and recorded in written rules, bureaucratic officials with expert training, rules implemented by neutral officials, and career advancement depending on technical qualifications judged by organization, not individuals. Here are important key terms about Weberian bureaucracy. Rational legal authority, a form of leadership in which the authority of an organization or a ruling regime is largely tied to legal rationality, legal legitimacy, and bureaucracy. It is rational legal in which legitimacy is seen as coming from a legal order and the laws enacted within it. Rationalization. Rationalization describes a transition in society wherein traditional motivators of behavior like values, beliefs, and emotions are replaced with rational calculations. Iron cage, a theory proposed by Max Weber, which argues that rationalization and rules trap humans in a figurative cage of thought based on rational calculations. Ideal type. An ideal type is not a particular person or thing that exists in the world, but an extreme form of a concept used by sociologists in theories. For example, although there is not a perfectly modern society, the term modern is used as an ideal in certain theories to make large-scale points. Hall's organizational inventory. This was developed by Richard H. Hall in 1963. It measured the various characteristics of the bureaucracy. There are 6 categories in a bureaucracy. First is the hierarchy of inventory. It means the freedom provided for the members of an organization to undertake their specific tasks without interference of higher level on authorities. Second is specialization, the process of becoming an expert in a particular area. Like for example, if every employee is responsible for what he or she does best and knows exactly what is expected of him or her. The third one is rules and requirements. These are required to ensure uniformity so that employee knows exactly what is expected of them. In this way, the organization can more easily achieve uniformity and all employee efforts can be better coordinated. The fourth one is impersonality. Bureaucratic organizations treat all employees equally. They also treat all customers equally and do not allow individual differences to influence them. Biasness and favoritism are not preferred. The fifth one is the procedural specifications. It is a written document issued by the authority to the design builder, providing a detailed description of procedures or processes required to be implemented by the design builder in the performance of services or work. And the last one is the technical competencies. Technical competencies are behaviors directly related to the nature of training and technical proficiency required to exercise effective control. So, the inventory provides information on areas related to control, how previous experiences impact decisions, how rules are followed and informs, and to what extent a school is departmentalized. Research associated with Holsoy has generally concluded that schools follow some organizational combination of professionalization and bureaucratization. The third one is Formalization of Structure by Hoy and Sweetland. Formalization of structure. Formalization, along with centralization, hierarchy of authority, is a fundamental aspect of bureaucratic organizations by Hoy and Sweetland in 2001. They stated that bureaucratic organizations have two primary characteristics, the formalization and the centralization. Formalization refers to the management of an organization through written rules, regulations, and procedures by Hoy and Miskey 2004 to 2010. They asserted that schools are bureaucratic, formalized organizations that have their own chain of command, regulations, and labor decisions. Centralization, on the other hand, relates to the hierarchy of authority and the degree to which employees participate in decision making. These two aspects certainly affects all the teachers and any other employees in an educational organization and very likely to play a vital role in student achievement levels. Aside from that, Adler and Boris in 1996 described two types of organizations: enabling bureaucracies, those whose rules and regulations enabled employees to accomplish their tasks, and coercive bureaucracies, those organizations whose rules hindered the work of the employees and fostered alienation. Hoy and Sweetland in 2001 combined the ideas of Goldner in 1954 and Adler and Boris in 1996 about enabling and hindering structures to emphasize how two fundamental features, the formalization and centralization, can be used to describe school structure. So in formalization, Hoy and Sweetland 2001 divided it into two aspects, coercive and enabling. Coercive formalization involves rigid rules that punish non-compliance and tend to foster alienation. And enabling formalization, on the other hand, provides flexible guidelines that foster problem solving and empower employees to be innovative and creative. Then there are two types of centralization in bureaucratic organizations: hindering and enabling. Hindering centralization means that there is a high degree of centralization and decisions are made by those at the top of the hierarchy. Enabling centralization describes an organization where decision-making is diffused throughout the organization. A school that has an enabling school structure would have hierarchy of authority and a system of rules and regulation that help rather than hinder the teaching-learning mission of the school. Whereas school that has hindering structure would have a hierarchy of authority that hinders and a system of rules and regulations that is coercive, according to Hoy 2003. From the Table of Structures in Schools by Hoy and Sweetland 2000 to 2001, we can see in the first column the enabling school structure, enabling hierarchy, enabling formalization, rules and procedures, use two-way communication, view problems as opportunities, seek mutual solutions, practice openness, embrace the unexpected, and correct mistakes. And in second column, hindering school structure, hindering hierarchy, coercive formalization, rules and procedures, impose top-down communication, view problem as constraints, force consensus, suspicious of differences, be cautious and those, fear the unexpected, and punish mistakes. That's all for my report, and the part 2 will be discussed by Margie Kitani. Here's the references of my discussion.